Hi, welcome back to Use It or Lose It, where I help you keep food out of the landfill, save the climate, and get every penny out of your food dollar. Today, we're talking about Brussels sprouts. So I was kind of late to the party with Brussels sprouts. I, of course, rejected them as a child. Of course, I was rejecting everything as a child. But anyway, my entree to Brussels sprouts love was roasted Brussels sprouts, and in particular, Brussels sprouts roasted with butternut squash. There's just hardly anything better and easier. But I just wasn't in the mood for roasted, and also I only had 3 sprouts left in the bag. So what do you do when you have just a small number of these Brussels sprouts? It's not worth it to roast them. So today we're going to make a Brussels sprouts salad. Yes, eating them raw is completely acceptable. I mean, let's face it, it's like a miniature cabbage. It doesn't quite taste the same, but it's in the same family. So what you're going to do is you pull off the tough outer leaves. You're going to cut the base off of the sprouts, like about that far, so make sure you get all of that root stuff. And I'm saving the leaves and the roots to throw in my scrap bag for when I make stock the next time. So it'll have that rich, all these different vegetable flavors in it. And you cut your sprouts in half, and then you slice thinly the remaining half. So I'm just doing it so you can see how easy it is. You're just going to run the knife through that real quick into little slivers. And I already cut the other ones. I didn't want to bore you too much. Okay, so we're going to put that in the bowl and make sure it breaks up so your leaves are kind of separated and you don't have big clumps, at the root ends. Get that all in there. And another trick to this, to ensure that you have a nice, soft, and well-seasoned Brussels sprout, is we're going to put the dressing on and leave it on for 20 minutes before we add the crunchy stuff. So I have here a dressing that is equal parts olive oil and lemon juice, and I added za'atar. And I've mentioned this before, but za'atar is a wonderful spice blend. It's got sesame and cumin, and and rosemary. I don't know, it's got stuff in it, but it's got a kind of a citrusy profile, so it goes well with the lemon juice that's in the dressing. So you're going to want to add the dressing and then let it sit for 20 minutes, because that'll soften up the Brussels sprouts and really get the flavors soaked in. And then we will add the crunchy bits. We have bacon. I use turkey bacon, which I cooked in the microwave, so it's nice and crispy. And toasted nuts. Here's a little tip. I use the toaster oven to toast the nuts. You got to keep an eye on it because they go from perfect to burnt within mere seconds. But I find it far more convenient than pulling out a pan. They always say, oh, toast your nuts in a dry pan. I'm like, it's got toast in the name. Why not use it? And also, I'm feeling sassy, so I'm going to throw a few cranberries in there just because then we'll have crunchy and soft and chewy, all those things, and a little bit of sweet and a little bit of savory, all that stuff going on together. So I'm going to throw the dressing in now. I don't want it to be too wet. But we definitely want that flavor to permeate. Okay, see, that's what it looks like. So, not too slimy, it's like just enough. And then once we add the dry ingredients, that'll help soak it up and so forth. So, I'll be back in 20 minutes. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. Yay! So now we're going to take our nicely dressed Brussels sprouts and we're going to add the crunchy stuff. So we have bacon, and some dried cranberries. And our toasted nuts. And when you're toasting nuts, you shouldn't toast just what you need for the recipe. You should go ahead and toast up a bunch because it's really great to have those on hand to toss on salads or, just kind of use in general or for the next thing that calls toasted nuts. Me, I like a combination of almonds and sunflower kernels, but you can use whatever nuts you prefer. You like pecans? Use pecans. Don't make me know, never mind. So now we're just gonna toss that all together. What do I always say? Give it a taste. I thought it might need salt, but thankfully the bacon gives it enough saltiness. So I'm pairing this, and this is enough for a side portion or a salad, a large salad, but this is what it's going to look like on the plate. Delicious. So when you only have a few Brussels sprouts left, you can keep them from going bad and going in the garbage by simply tossing it with a little bit of dressing, a few crunchy ingredients, some you may have on hand, some bacon, some cranberries, some nuts, and you have a delicious little side slaw for your meal. So that's it for today. Oh, and don't forget, we saved the bits that we cut off for the next time we make stock. So this is a zero landfill kind of process. So that's it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.